Okay guys, I'm going to teach you how to create some motion graphics today in Adobe Premiere. This is pretty simple stuff. There's many ways to do motion graphics. This is two ways you have to do for your exercise. So I have opened up a Premiere project here. I have imported some video files and added something to my timeline here. So I have a drone shot on my timeline, and I'm going to add an opening title, and I'm going to add rolling credits to the end. So the first thing I'm going to do is we'll probably start over here in editing. To do the part I just did, we're going to move over to graphics. This moves your tools up here to the top middle, and it brings the graphic essentials panel to the right hand side. I have the type tool selected, and I'm going to click awesome title. I'm going to title my movie awesome title. I think that looks a little boring, so I'm going to change the type here to something a little more interesting. Let's select that and actually change it this time. Oh, that looks good. All right, so that has a little more flair to it. These buttons right here center your title. So now it's in the middle of the movie, and maybe I want to make that a little bigger, and I'll recenter it. Great. All right, now what I want to do is make this title come in from off camera into the frame, and then once it's there, I want it to slowly fade out. So this is my title right here on my timeline. It's on the video too. I'm going to use the slider at the bottom to zoom into the time. So right now it is a 5-second clip of text. I'm going to extend that to 10. Now I'm going to move over to the editing panel. Over here, if I click editing and then effect controls, I get controls to do all kinds of adjustments to whatever clip I have selected. So I make sure I have that clip selected. It's white down here. And I'm going to remember the number 1360. That's where I want my title to end up. So I'm moving it off by hovering over this until I get the little arrows on either side. That lets me move it around. I might have to redo this here in a second, but I'm clicking on the clock and for position and opacity down here. So that drops a keyframe on what I have, and the video is out here. So my text is off camera, and I have a keyframe at the first frame of my motion graphic right here. It's called awesome title. And what I want to do is move my time either from here or down over here over to the 5-second mark. That's about right there. Now I'm going to drop another keyframe, and then I'm going to move this title back to the center. And it should be at 1360. I'm just going to type it in to get it exact. And if we play this back, title moves into place. It holds still for the next few seconds. I'm going to pause it here at about 8 seconds. I'm going to drop another keyframe on, this time on opacity. Okay, so it's 100%. I'm going to move it over a second. I'm going to drop another keyframe, and then I'm going to move the opacity down to about 50%. Then I'm going to bring this all the way to the end, drop another keyframe, and move the opacity down to 0. There you can tell it. Oh, there's my stand-up timer. You could tell the fading lingered a bit and then kept on going. That's keyframe. If I take that keyframe out, does it go smoother or more jumpy? Let's try it. Smoother. So let's not do that middle step. Just beginning keyframe at 100% and 0% where you want it to be completely faded out. So that's part 1, and now we're going to go to the last part, which is actually a lot easier. We're going to put some rolling credits in here. So I'm going to go back to the graphics, clicking the type tool, and when I click in the frame over here in the program window, then it creates a rolling graphic. I mean, it creates another text layer up here on video too. So I have some text typed in already. And again, I'm going to, this is going to be a little simpler font, easy to read, a nice little sans serif font. I'm going to center my movie there. Let's center it again using the horizontal and vertical center buttons up here. Now I'm going to click in this little black area where there's no text, and this brings me to this panel over here, and I'm going to click roll. And that's it. I kind of want to fade out over here. It's not necessary for this project, but there we go. And that's how you do rolling credits in Adobe Premiere 2018.